Go from dry, dirty, unruly hair to this nice and clean and stretched using these products. My favorite part about this is that it's toxin free, and I have searched high and low for products that work on natural kinky hair that are toxin free. And I know for sure I'm not the only one that noticed that products made for women of color are filled with toxic ingredients. If you don't believe me, let me know what you're using and I'll point out the toxic ingredients. But let's get into it. When you have kinky hair like this, I would advise you to part your hair in sections, and that's what I always do. And I work in sections just because as much as it's unruly before the wash, if you just start washing everything together, it will turn into a matted mess, which is even worse. So I have here about 5 sections and I go from there. This first step is kind of why I can't just do this every time I jump in the shower. Anywho, step 2 is to soak your head underneath running water. I choose warm water for this process. Then the next step is shampoo. And again, I am working in sections, making sure that I really clean the scalp and the strands of the hair. And I am using these clips. I'll link everything that I'm using in the description of this video, but I'm using those like alligator clips to hold the sections apart, even though sometimes I have them twisted as well. But I am cleaning the scalp really well, because that's my biggest thing, is that if buildup happen in my scalp, I just make sure I clean up the scalp and massage it and twist it back up and clip it. I'll go ahead and do one more section. This middle section here was a lot. I think I separated it a little too big. It really felt like this process was trying to take your sister friend out for real. Now I'm rinsing out and also still massaging and trying not to tangle the hair each section, and then twisting it back and clipping it back. So I rinse, massage. That's the biggest thing for me, is to make sure I get all the product out of the hair. So I do it in all the different sections, massaging the scalp, cleaning the scalp really well. And whoa, window got a little fogged up because I'm using that hot water on this step. So wiping it wasn't enough. Get a little toxin-free glass cleaner there and wipe. Look at that. Clean. And then I kind of go from there. If your hair is really dirty, wash as many times as needed. If not, go to step 5, which is apply your conditioner to each of those sections. I use about 2 light pumps in each section. Pop quiz: did I use any tools on my hair up until this point? Have I used any tools outside of the clips to clip my hair back? Did I use a brush? Did I use a comb or anything? I'll give you a second to think about it. Go ahead and comment your answer, and I will explain to you why I am using one for sure right now during this conditioning process. I like to make sure that I don't manipulate my hair too much while it's dry, unless it has like leave-in conditioner in it or it has conditioner in it, because a lot of breakage happens. I want it to have as much slip as possible to be able to comb through it, brush through it, and all the things. So I do this in an attempt to minimize the amount of breakage that I have, like via knots or anything like that. This conditioner works really well for helping me to detangle my hair. As I mentioned previously, this middle section really should have been 2 sections. I probably should have been working with 6 as opposed to 5 sections because it was just too much. I'll go ahead and show you one more section. I just feel like this visual is a little better. I just take a few pumps of conditioner, make sure I lather it in, massage it in and to the hair, and work it all the way in, and finger detangle. That's the biggest thing first before I started combing, and it probably was going really fast, so you didn't notice that, but I make sure I finger detangle my hair to the best of my abilities. Then I try to go through it with the comb. And when I am combing it out, I'm trying to work like from the ends to the root. So get the knots out of the ends and then work my way up. And your girl was getting a workout. And I was like, nope, there's too many knots in there. I gotta go ahead and finger detangle a little more. Then I comb it a little more, and it was getting there, but I wasn't satisfied with it. I want the comb to be able to go through it completely. So I grabbed a little more conditioner. Like I told you, it provides a lot of slip. So I grabbed more conditioner, and I felt a little more satisfied with that. You see? Oh my God, butter. Now I'm gonna do it to this other section too, and kind of go from there. Any guesses how long it actually took me from start to finish to wash my hair? Comment please, because as you can see, I am tired. I am out of it. My neck's hurting, my back's hurting, my whole body is hurting at this point trying to get this done. To actually care for my hair requires a lot of TLC, and I'm not willing to compromise my health for beauty or my beauty for health. So I have to find toxin-free products that actually work. Yeah, it's a workout. Yeah, I'm going through it. But at the end of the day, I know that I am not using products on my hair that will cause cancer down the line, that will cause chronic illness down the line. I'm going to continue to use products that are clean. And a lot of times, salons, even if they deal with natural hair, don't allow you to bring in your products. They look at you like, what you doing? So this is one of those things. It's like a self-care thing for me, a little bit of therapy. Test my patients all the time, but I love having the type of hair that I have. I love my hair. I'm going to continue to love on it by choosing and sourcing products that are toxin free, that allow me to have healthy hair and does not break my hair. So that's why we're here. Once you're done with that, ideally you let your conditioner sit in your hair for a few minutes to let it just kind of do its thing, soften the hair more. I probably let it set in here for like 5 minutes. I rinsed my body off. I ended up picking up some of the hair. It would have been a lot worse if I were to try to detangle my hair while it was dry. We are almost to the finish line, I promise you. Now I'm rinsing out all the conditioner, and this is really when I do not try to like scrub too much. I'm just literally trying to get the water to get through it and squeezing it so that I can get the water out, putting it up in a little like Bantu knot kind of thing. And in this middle section, just letting the water run through it, not doing too much manipulation, because at this point, I don't need it to be tingling back up. And once you let that conditioner sit in there, it really doesn't tangle too much. So it's great. Just rinse all the conditioner out. Just kind of like making sure all the product, all the conditioner is rinsed out of your hair at this point. For the next step, you do not want your hair to be completely dry, so I just take a towel and kind of pat dry the hair because you want it a little damp. Going into steps 8 through 10. And I say 8 through 10 because we are doing what is called the lock method in this section, where we use our leave-in conditioner in each section. So you go ahead and spray some leave-in conditioner in each section. And as you can see, it is still fairly easy to get through the section with a comb, and it's not tangled. And this is like the holy grail of oils. I love, love, love it for my scalp as well as the hair. It's actually a hair and scalp oil. So we do that. And when it comes down to the C portion, it's the cream. I'm using Evolve's Total Control Styling Cream for this section. So once I've applied all 3 of those steps in the lock method, I go ahead and braid instead of twist because I'm not going to mess with it again until it's dry. So I'll do it again on camera just to recap: liquid or leave-in. So that's the L in the lock method. And then I go ahead and apply some oil. I put some on my hand and I'm able to comb it through, put some more to get into my scalp, massage it into my scalp with my fingers. And then I put some of the styling cream on. The lock method is especially important for people with curly, coily, kinky, textured hair. It helps to keep the moisture in, keep your scalp nice and conditioned and happy, and then you're good to go. There you have it. I am just adding a little extra oil around my edges, and I am done. I have washed my hair.